Hello there, Pisces. How's it going, you guys? It is time for your reading. My name is Kelly. I'll be doing the read here. Let's get right into it and see what's going on. I hope you guys are enjoying your day. It is kind of a lax, Sunday, so hopefully you're just kind of chilling. So what's going on with Pisces? Righto. Maybe some of you are traveling. Righto, Pisces, Righto talks about travel. This is wagon wheel. This is the wagon wheel. All right, so some of you could be actually either planning to travel or actually going to be, traveling. It's a good time to travel with Righto in the upright. So, yeah. Righto is also a spiritual rune as well, so I sense some sort of spirituality here as well. What's going on with Pisces? Wow. Righto. So this is significant, Pisces. Something here is going on with this. This is most likely some sort of reroute. This could be like some sort of a reroute. Like 1 minute your life is going one way and then all of a sudden, just suddenly it goes another way. And this is what this could indicate. I'm not really sure yet. I got to get more runes, but that's kind of like what it's looking like to me so far. What else? Gabo. Gabo is a blessing. Yeah, Gabo is definitely a blessing. It can also indicate love in some instances, depends. But this is definitely some sort of a connection. Or it's some sort of a blessing. I think it's a blessing. I think this is a reroute. I think something in your life is about ready to change suddenly. What's going on with Pisces? Goose. Okay, so Goose is in reverse. This is Aquarius energy. Goose is telling you to let go of what doesn't serve you. All right, this is in reverse. The water may be a little muddy too. When Goose is flowing water, right? So, but when it's in reverse, it's not really all that too clear. But fortunately, Pisces, we all have this little thing called intuition that we know how to use very, very well. So as long as we're going with the flow and using our intuition, we're going to be able to see past this. But there is something for sure that you're going to have to let go of, okay? Because you're probably holding on too tight to something. What else? So low. Wow. So that's kind of intense here, Pisces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now the sun illuminates. The sun produces heat, but it's touching a Goose here. This is very, very, very important that you listen to your intuition. Because the sun is beating down on it. And that makes it a little bit more intense. All right. But now at the same time, you know, you've got Gable here, and this is some kind of a blessing. So, let's see what else. Let's see what else comes up. Comes up next to the sun. El has. Wow. Or alges. Same rune, guys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so El has here is protection. Okay, so the sun is touching this. This is protection. We're very well protected. There could be something that we see here that I feel that we can see something, even though the water is muddy. There's something, you know, that we can see. Make sure that you listen to that. Pisces. Isa. So Isa is Virgo energy. You could be dealing with somebody that has Virgo in their chart. Doesn't have to be, it could be anybody, Pisces, but yeah. This is Virgo energy. And whoever, this is really slow energy. So if you're dealing with somebody here, they're very, very slow. But the good news here is that Isa, you know, Isa is a very positive rune. It just, you know, it's ice. It needs time to melt. What's going on with Pisces? Othala. Othala. So you could be dealing with a family member, Pisces. This could be a family member. This is also Pisces energy too. Othala is Pisces energy. And this is partially our energy as well, because it's the next rune is full-blown ours. So see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah. So you could be dealing with somebody in the family. Yeah. Othala means inheritance. But it is Pisces energy. And when it's in the upright, you could be dealing with somebody that's in the family. What else? Thoracisus. Uh-oh. Well, now I know for sure. Now I know for sure that this is a reroute. Yeah. Because Thoracisus is in the upright. If it was in reverse, it'd be a little different. This is the one rune that I appreciate more so in reverse. This is a thorn, you know. So, but so this is definitely a reroute. Something is going to change. This is like a sudden change, a sudden disruption in your forward movement, or this is like a sudden reroute. All right. But now with Righto in the upright, see how Righto is here on the upright? That's good news, because especially since it's double, it's like it's going to overcome this. All right, and we're going to gain something off of this too. We're going to gain, there's going to be some sort of a disruption and a reroute in your life, and possible travel. And, you know, whatever this disruption is or in your life, you're going to come away from it ahead with knowledge and with spiritual wisdom as well. Let's get some cards. Wow, that's kind of interesting read. So this is like some sort of a sudden you know, change, a reroute. What's going on with that? What's going on with that? What's going on with this? With this for Pisces? Judgment. A call to awaken. A call to awaken. See, look at all these, you know, all these souls coming up from the dead, you know. I also see Ingwas in there too. You see Ingwas in there? That little rune above their head, that is Ingwas, and there's a square right there. I don't know if you can see that or not. That square is also Ingwas. That's Aquarius energy. Something very powerful here about this. Let's clarify it. Ten of Cups. Ooh, that's a good card. This is pointing towards family emotional fulfillment and harmony. Yeah, see, this is something to do with the family. Wow, I like this. What else? The Six of Swords. The Six of Swords. Wow, what a really good reading, you guys. Yeah, for sure. So, the Six of Swords is you know, moving into calmer water. Yeah. You know, you could be moving away from some sort of conflict, struggle, emotional turbulence, and you're moving towards something, you know, more calmer and safer. It's mainly saying to leave behind what no longer serves you, just like what Goose is saying right here, except Goose is telling you to use your intuition. Yeah. So, yeah, letting go of what no longer serves you is going to open doors, you know, for deep happiness. This can also represent some sort of a reconciliation as well. And, you know, for this could be a reconciliation and forgiveness as well, and moving forward. It could be something like that as well, Pisces. Let's get one of these Moonology cards here. What's going on with Pisces? Some of you guys may actually be physically moving too. Meditate and contemplate. New moon in Pisces. Meditate and contemplate. So now's a really good time to meditate and contemplate. You know, it's Sunday, like I said. I hope you guys are chilling. So yeah, now, you know, if you're not working, you know, today's a good day to meditate. Let's get one more card. It's time to give rather than take. New moon in Virgo. All right, Pisces, that's some more Virgo energy there. Let's pull some of these warm runes out. These are called the warm runes. They're from Ireland and Scotland. Before it was Ireland and Scotland. They're pretty old runes. I have the card versions. The old ones are carved on wood. So what's going on with Pisces? Hua. Hua. Wow. Hua. Okay. Well, I'm glad that's the first card. What else? Okay. That's a good one. What else? And doer. Doer. So let's get into this and see what we're talking, what things are talking about here. Hua is one of those, well, I'll just read it. I mean, it is talking about protection, you know, that in a sense, this is talking about protection. I see El has right there. This is protection. But it's talking about obstacles. And, you know, this is this sudden reroute, this, you know, all of a sudden, an obstacle, right? It's telling you not to run away from problems in your life, and you may be going through some minor misfortune right now. But remember, just as hard times as good times, it's a natural part of life. And now's the time to be patient, okay? So that's what this is saying. Make sure that your intentions are pure, which they are. I already know they are, so yeah. And so that's what this is talking about, all right, Pisces? Make sure that you're using your intuition, you know. Just relax today if you can. If you guys can relax today, it'd be great. You know, maybe some of you guys have to travel. I see Righto there twice. It doesn't have to be travel today. It could be, you know, future travel, like planning. And this could be planning some sort of a trip. Okay, so let's find this rune here. Here we go. Okay, so this is Ia. All right, that's Ia. It's a good rune, really is. It's the yew tree, Pisces. And Ia represents history, aging, dying, transitions, thoughts, and memories. And Ia represents wisdom and strength that we've inherited from our ancestors. See, this is talking about inheritance. This is something that we've inherited from our ancestors, for sure. And it says here, aging is something to be celebrated, not feared. Not everybody's lucky enough to have gray hair. And then, you know, it's something to be really grateful for. Ia is also a fantastic representation of the cycle of nature and connects back to the first rune, Be, which represents joyful beginnings. So, yeah. A new joyful beginning. I like that. Just make sure you let go of unneeded baggage. All right? What else? Let's get to doer. There we go. I always miss that. Where's doer? There it is. Doer. This is an awesome rune. This is like one of the best runes, I think, in the set. But this is the oak tree, okay? And so the meaning of this particular rune is strength and safety. See, and I see safety right here. Flexibility, endurance, sacred places, leadership, and kindness. It says also that all your hard work and training have paid off, and you look majestic and strong, just like oak. You're in an efficient and fortunate situation in terms of family, work, financial situation, creativity, and relationships. And this will continue for a while. Just continue to believe in yourself, Pisces, okay? Oak also represents the intense energy of force and storms and wind, you know. It symbolizes endurance that'll improve you to become more resilient. So yeah, that's a pretty good one. And shall we do some shadow work here? Let's do some of that. What's going on with Pisces? These are the shadow cards. Oh, wow. I guess I'll just use those two. Self-reflection. Looking inwards helps you see what to improve to make better choices. See? That's what I'm saying. Now's a good time to meditate. Slower pace. Appreciate the journey rather than just rushing towards a destination. Here we go, Righto. And that is also the advice of Righto. It's not saying, you know, you're just going to travel from here to there. It's talking about enjoying the trip, enjoying the journey. Yes, indeed. Let's get one more card. Manifestation. Relentlessly pursuing wealth and possessions and putting them above care for others. So be careful with that, Pisces. All right, what else do I want to do here? I guess I'll pull some of these oracle cards out here. What's going on with Pisces? Behold beauty. When you insist the world is hostile and others are enemies, don't be surprised that it is so. Self-fulfilling prophecies, fortunately, work both ways. Wow. The spirit of love. Don't search for true love, for it will find you. If you just hold on to who you are, the world already loves your essence, so don't change it for anybody. Wow, good card. Wow. Let's get one more. A new chapter. When things seem to be falling apart, be aware that things are coming together in new ways that suits the next phase of your life even better. So this is talking about this reroute. Yeah. Wow, interesting read. I sure liked it. I hope you guys enjoyed the reading. And if you haven't, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I will see you guys again tomorrow. All right, Pisces, I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.